Hi there! The last chapter ended with Inoue met Waka, or they may have fight. Senju got versus Sanzu. Hakai and Mitsui fell into the trap of the Haitani brothers, but they easily fought back there and are now ready to teach a lesson to brothers who play dirty. Well, let's find out what will happen next. Let's get started. And now the confrontation between the two duos continues. Mitsui offers to solve everything in 5 minutes and show that their combination with Hakai is better than that of the Haitani brothers. The siblings are getting pissed off. Hakai wants to tell Mitsui about his plan. Mitsui is puzzled during the Kanto incident, that is at the Tenju battle. Angry and Hakai couldn't get past the Haitani brothers. They kept attacking in ways they didn't expect. Mitsui sees and understands everything, and while Hakai was getting beaten up, the idea came to his mind and he abruptly rushed towards the brothers, saying that this was their plan. He quickly grabs Rindo. Ran is just stunned, and Hakai, running away with Rindo in his arms, says that since they are strong together, they should be separated. And Mitsui thought about it, and this idea just seems crazy to him, but he will follow Hakai's plan. And while Ran was dreaming, Mitsui was next to him with lightning speed. Ran noticed that he was pretty fast, and Mitsui has already prepared his fist and hits a powerful blow to the stomach, so much so that all breath of air came out of there. Ran crumbled, and Mitsui agrees that the separation plan is working and it will be easier to deal with them this way. And turning to Ran, he asks him to get up and wants one-on-one battle. Meanwhile, the battle of Chifui and Mochi is in full swing. Chifui, thinking Mochi is just in a panic, and asks how Chifui resists him because there is such a large size difference between them, while Chifui pushes him back. Chifui, after thinking a little, says that this size in the bodies is nothing. He said dumbass, the reason why Chifui can lose 100 times more Mochi. Mochi, listening to this phrase, just stood and was silent, and then received a powerful blow from Chifui, so much so that his head immediately stuck to the ground. And Mitsui strikes the decisive blow to Ran, as well as Hakai gives a hook to Rondo, and here Mochi lies. Chifui won. Angry looks at everything and rejoices. Now Angry has stopped being angry. Kanto Mansion members and the 2nd Division watch the battle and are amazed that the vice captain has defeated Mochi. Ran looks at his opponent, or rather at the paralyzed Rindo, and apparently he won't get up again. And Ran leaned against the train car. Mitsui asks him if he's still raring to continue the fight. Ran calls him a stupid and points out that he can barely even stand in this state. Mitsui is glad to win, and it was a nice fight anyways. And here the two gangs see that Mitsui and Hakai defeated the Haitani brothers. The guys from Tomon are happy, and from the Kantomaji terrified. Angry names the winners simply amazing guys, and Smiley completely agrees with him. Angry thinks that now they have an advantage. Smiley agrees not to let down their guard. All the leaders are fighting there, and if one of them falls, Angry is already a little excited. Then the tide will quickly run to Kanto's favor, and the first one they looked at Takemichi, where he was fighting Kakucho. Kakucho asks if he is tired, and Takemichi isn't tired yet. He isn't ready to give up, but they are both well so maimed, and Sanzu's battle with Senju isn't far away. Senju isn't doing well, she is bleeding from the head. Sanzu reminds her that it was he who raised her when she was younger, and he can can read her moves very easily, and Sanzu doesn't have any scratch. And Akun sat down a bit tired fighting. Shion asks him what is it with this fodder character and asks if he's done already. At the same time, as always, he has brass knuckles in his hands. Akun is so battered. Akun answers his question. If it were the older days, he wouldn't give up or taking out a knife, but he fights alongside Takemichi, and so he is not going to show his old cowardly ways. And the side inscription tells us that Tomon has an advantage so far, but what will happen to Takemichi, Senju and Akun? Well, friends, the chapter was interesting, especially Senju and her head injury that she got from Senju. However, Sanzu didn't train Senju why she got the injury from him. I think Senju didn't even hit Sanzu. Maybe he attacked sharply when she wanted to talk, but I think in the next chapter they should show it at least a little. If we remember the fight of the three deities, there Sanzu fought with Ran. Ran had a telescope and Sanzu had a club, and so they fight as I remember on an equal circumstances. And then it turns out that the former head of Brahman loses to Sanzu. This is not yet convincible. I think there is some kind of weakness of spirit in Senju to start fighting with Sanzu in full force. As for the others, then there is a strange situation. Why does Toman think they have the advantage? After all, we don't see what Hanma is doing there, what Benki is doing. Anyway, Maika hasn't joined the fight yet. It doesn't seem that Kanto Manju members are trying so hard to defeat the second Toman division, as if they are trying somehow to prolong their pleasure. So I hope that at least someone will be shown to us from those who haven't yet joined the battle. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, as well as share your thoughts in the comments below. Vision Manga was with you today. See you soon.